Let's pay homage
传承祖师，
to the lineage gurus.
敬了明和尚，
Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming.
敬沙迦正空上，
Homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong.
敬16世，
Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa.
敬礼图登，
And homage to Master Dubten Dorje.
我们敬礼坛城三宝，
Homage to the three jewels of the altar.
今天护摩的祖尊，
Homage to the main deity of Homa today.
不空坚守观音，红引金刚，
Amogapasa Avalokiteswara, the equal deliverance Vajra.
跟感受图登西地，
Sumo, Dubten Katso, Dubten Siddhi,
各
Dubten
位
Kama.
上师，
All Dharma masters, Dharma lecturers, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors,
助教，
Dharma teaching assistants, temple and center directors, and all disciples present here and over the internet.
午安，大家好。
Good afternoon, how do you do?
你好，大家好。先走，感恩。I said， 相当于，Hola amigo， que quiero mucho， estoy， 一番，気持ちいい，準備，やべ。 プリンプリン。こんにちは。现在通知大家，
I would like to announce
下个礼拜天
for next Sunday,
8月10号
August 10th
下午3点 PM
at 3 p.m.
是真巴拉
There would be
财神
Yellow Jambala
魔法会，
Homa fire offering ceremony.
就是四天王、多闻天王。
So one of the four heavenly kings, Vaishravana, Jambala, Yellow Jambala.
刹能刹那耶说哈，他的手印是金刚合掌，
His mudra is the Vajra claps mudra. He's yellow.
这个他的种子日是真
The sixth syllable is Zhen.
真巴拉刹能刹那耶说哈。黄财神，
Yellow Jambala.
黄金很贵，
Gold is very expensive now.
这个不空坚守观音，
Amogabasa Avalokiteswara.
它的本地
Her origin or source
成就如来，
is Amoga Siddhi Tathagata.
坚守
Lasso
它本
represents
身的法力，
her Dharma power.
还有念珠、
And the chanting beads or mala,
莲花、
nectar vase, and lotus.
然后另外一手就是拿着坚手，
And one hand is holding the
愿
lasso.
望可以绑得很紧，
So the lasso can tie up your wish very tightly so that all wishes will return non-empty. Therefore, many people
求它是等引
register themselves to be primary
把它的坚
supplicants
手绑住了，
because equal deliverance Vajra So by having your wish tied up with the lasso, it will be accomplished. If it is a good wish, then you can be reborn in the Pure Lands and Buddha verses. By binding your wish will be accomplished, and that's called infallible or non-empty. If it is a bad thing that's being tied up, then it would disappear. Her Dhamma power is equal to that of Jundi Avalokitesvara or Jundi Bodhisattva. There are two mantras. All came from Amoghapassa Avalokitesvara. One is the Amoghapassa Mani offering mantra. And the other one is the very famous light mantra that was transformed by Amoghapassa Avalokitesvara. And the mala, by calling on her name, would be delivered. And the lotus means all that's delivered would be reborn on the lotus. And the purification vase can purify those with karma. The lasso will bind all your wishes. So this deity, the equal deliverance Vajra, is very famous. I remember one time I said, I drove Simu about to leave our abode, South Mountain Retreat. When the car left the garage, we saw at the front door there's a brown box, a square box in front of the front door. I saw it, and Simu also saw it. A box, a coffee or brown color, square. And when I saw that, I thought, oh, so strange. How come the postman placed that box in front of the door? What's inside it? So Simu said she will open the car door and was about to go down and take a look. So I was looking at that box. Just for a moment, and the box disappeared. It disappeared. And then I told Simu, you don't need to get off the car. The box disappeared, and she turned around, and sure enough, the box disappeared. There's no more boxes. There's no more box in front of the door. Did my eyes have problem? that I
那个师母也看到，
saw something that's not there, but that's not the case because Simu also saw it.
四四方方
I
的
saw it and Simu saw it. A square box this big,
咖啡色的纸箱，
brown color.
我看到了，师母也看到了，
So I saw it and Simu saw
那
it
里面
too.
到底是装什么？
And Simu wanted to check what's inside
就
it,
消失掉。
but it disappeared right in front of my eyes.
那师母在看的时候，真的
And when Simu looked again, sure enough, the box
门就是
disappeared.
门，
The doors are the
纸箱放哪里
doors.
去了？
So where did the box go?
所以我就认为，这那是
Therefore,
纸箱。
I thought that must be a spirit box.
如果我一个人看见，
If it's just me who saw, I can say
师母
that
一个人看见，
that's problem with my eyes
是我们
or
两个
blood
一起看到。
vision. If it's just Simu who saw it, that would be her eyes problem, but we both saw it.
他要下去的时候，我看他慢慢的消失掉。
As she was getting off the car, I saw the box slowly disappearing.
奇怪不奇怪？
Wasn't that
是
strange?
这种事情。
Such thing happened.
你们有没有这种现象？啊，
Do you ever experience something like
有就
that?
有，没有就没有。
Yes or no?
奇怪了，
If it's yes, yes, no,
会
no.
出现，
So
也会消
strange.
失。
They appeared and disappeared.
那是一个谜呀、
So that's a puzzle. It's hard to believe.
楞严经有提到，
It's unimaginable. It's mentioned in the Surangama Sutra.
有一些现象
Some phenomena
超出我们想象的。
is beyond our imaginations.
在那个莲花上师在餐桌上讲了一个
As Lian Wang said on the
有
dining
现
table,
象，
something with some spiritual experience.
这个维修工人
Uh,
在
a,
维修桥，维修
a laborer was working to repair a bridge.
他常常听到一个声音，
And he
出
often
来，
heard a voice that
以
said,
为
uh,
我出来，
help me out, help me
救
out,
我出来。
help me out.
那个桥梁的维修工人常常听到，
So that worker often heard that.
他在维修的时候有一个梯子掉到
And
水里去，
as he was repairing, he used a ladder that fell into the water, the river.
他本身来讲起来，他是一个，也是一个潜水的，
And he himself was a
他
diver,
潜水衣，
so he was wearing the diving suit
把那个梯子找到梯子
and went down the water to find the ladder
上来，
and brought it
再
up
继续做他的工作，
and continued his
把梯
work
子绑紧，
and to
但是
tie
那个
it
梯子又
tightly,
第二次的掉到桥，
and it fell again into the water for the second time.
他要下到桥底下，
So he went down under the bridge and brought the ladder up again.
掉下去就算了，
It's actually a cheap ladder. He could just ignore it and buy a new one, but he did not do that. And he went to the bottom of the river to pick up the ladder several times, 2 or 3 times. And lastly, at the bottom of the river, he saw with half his body in the mud and half the body in the water. So the mud buried half of his body, and the upper half was fine, like mummy. So he reported the police. And they took him out of the mud. And the police finally inspected that he was the vice principal of a school 15 years ago that disappeared, that was like lost, that became a mummy. But 15 years ago he would have rot, but his body did not rot. And he could still cry out, "Save me, help me out." Well, don't you find that strange? That's unbelievable. So I had similar experiences too. In my own yard, in the house, we had lots of evergreens, pine trees, and there was a voice that said, "Save me, help me out of," and it was a female voice. "Help me out, help me out." So I followed the voice to look for it, and there was no persons, nobody. At my home, I have a pond, like a birth bath, that birds would come and drink. So that was after rain, so it was rather, the water is rather deep, and there was a bird in the pond or in the birth bath that could not get out, but the bird would not be able to say, "Help me out." So that's probably a soul of a woman that attached to the bird that went drinking and then fell into that pool and could not get out. So I saved that bird. So that happened too. But birds cannot speak, right? They could just chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. It sounded in Chinese like, "Save, save, save me." How could it become a female voice to ask for my help? So that happened. They're very mystical.
所以有时候会碰到一些灵异的事情。
So sometimes we have this
看见很多
spiritual things, and Simu saw a lot, and I do too.
这个很多很奇怪的事。
There are many intriguing things, strange phenomena.
讲个笑话吧。
Let me share a joke.
这个爸爸对小明讲
Dad told
打电话给
Xiaoming,
你二叔
call to your second uncle and ask him to come over for a drink. And Xiaoming made the call
二叔没
and
有
said,
办法来，
second uncle
他
cannot
在
come
厕所。
because his wife said he's cleaning the toilets. And then
没有
Dad
用
said,
的
oh, what a useless
丢男人的脸，
brat.
要是我啊
That's embarrassment to man. If it had been me, and then mom walked out. What? If it were you?
我早就洗好了。
And then Dad continued, oh, I would have finished long ago. 这里讲真正的放下，不是遗忘， A true letting go is not
而
forgetting.
是即使你记起来了，
Is that even if you
内心
remember,
也没有连起波动。
you still have that inner calm and peace. There's no ripples at all inside you. That would be a true letting go.
有一个人有蛀牙，
Someone has a cavity and went to the
医生看了
dentist,
以后啊，
and when
他
the
讲
doctor
好大的
checked,
洞啊，
he said, oh, it's a huge hole, cavity.
这个人不是很高兴，
And
知
he's
道
not
这个
pleased.
洞很大，
I know it's a
你
big
也不用
hole,
三遍吧，
but there's no need for you to say it 3
就
times.
说了一遍，那2遍是回音。
And then the dentist said, oh, I just said one time, but there was echoes because the hole was so big. The other 2 echoes.
这个人问小狗，
Someone asked the little dog,
如何才能像你这样子的开心？
how can I be as happy as you? And the dog replied,
忘，忘。
the Chinese dog barked with wang, 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 which also homophone for forget, forget, forget. Just forget about many things, otherwise you'll be in trouble. Just forget it. Forget it all. Now Q&A.
台湾的
Question from Taiwan.
意涵
Hua Yihan.
问你：顶礼尊贵的师尊，各位
Homage
师
to
兄
the
师姐
precious
阿弥
Grandmaster
陀佛
and Amitabha to all Dhamma
弟子
brothers
今
and
年
sisters.
21岁，
I am 21 years old this
生
year
活中
and have not yet taken refuge into the
想
school.
请教师尊，
But I have some questions I wish to ask Grandmaster.
弟子该吃肉吗？
Grandmaster, should I eat meat?
弟子起初因为想断欲望，
I mention this because
2023年开始，
to cut off desire, I began practicing
后来看
vegetarian
到方法
starting in 2023.
做佛
And later, I read in the Brahmanet
一
Sutra,
切若不得时，
if a disciple of the Buddha
断大慈悲佛性种子，
intends to eat meat, they should not eat any kind of meat
一
at
切菩
all.
萨
Those who eat meat sever the seed of great compassion and Buddha nature. All sentient beings will flee upon seeing them. Therefore, all bodhisattvas must not eat meat, or they will incur countless transgressions. So may I ask Grandmaster, what is the difference between eating meat and being vegetarian for a disciple like me? The Brahmanet Sutra talks about precepts spoken by Sakyamuni Buddha. So, Sakyamuni Buddha advocates not eating meat in the Brahmanet Sutra for precepts because of all the precepts come from against the killing, stealing, lying, sexual misconduct, and drinking intoxicant. So to eat meat, of course, someone has to kill. So the same for you. So therefore, many Buddhists eat vegetarian food, especially for the Mahayana Buddhists. They advocate people to eat non-meat product, including Iguan Tao, vegetarian. The Longhua school and many other schools also advocate vegetarianism. So in my opinion, in my view, actually even plants have lives. Talking about the 6 rebirth realms, if you study it well, in the 6 rebirth realms, plus plants and minerals, there would be 8 rebirth realms. If you take a piece of minerals and if you research their magnetism and then you cut it into 2, and then when you test it, the magnetic field becomes half. So they have lives. Like the plants, there was an expert, a scholar in Japan called Qiao Benjian.
植物本身它会产生一种力量出来，使那个针啊在那边
So they can test and the needle
一直在动着，而且很规律。
And for the testing the plant, then it would be very, very regular.
另外一条的根或者它的枝比较长的枝
If you cut the root or the branch or the big branch of the plant, then that instrument, the needle on the instrument would be trembling.
给它砍断的时候
So when you cut off a branch, then the plant actually is giving signals that it is in pain. So the needle of the instrument keep moving. So that's why that even plants have lives. So if you cut
因为
their
它
branch, they could
它的
feel
这
it.
个平常的这个针的跳动是很规律的，突然间你砍了它的枝，它跳动就变成。
So at first, the beats were regular, but when you cut the branch, then it becomes irregular. So
不管你蔬菜
therefore,
也好，什么样子也好，
they have
都是有
lives,
生命力。
whether it's vegetables or any plants.
所以你看那个野草，
I think it's Hashimoto.
你把它根剪掉
Can
了，
I-
它就枯萎了，它就不能活了。
So look at the wild or weeds. If you cut the roots, they would die.
那密教是不一样，在我们这个
And Tantric Buddhism is different.
我刚开始学佛的时候，我也吃素。
When I started to become a Buddhist, I was also a vegetarian
我吃素吃了差不多1年多。
for about over a
开
year
始学佛，一碰到荤的，
because at the beginning of my Buddhist study,
把它吐出来，
when I
就会呕吐。
touch or ate anything meat, any meat, I would vomit
吃的
it.
话，哎，
But after a year,
结果不会。
when I ate, I did not vomit anymore.
啊，师父教的方法是这样子。
So the gurus taught me that every time we make an offering,
其实也是在超度。
actually it's also bardo delivering.
把这个你的吃的东西
Anything that you
供养
eat
给所有的，
is offered to all,
上供四重，
offering above to the fourfold and below to the six rebirth realms.
然后再用超度的方法，
And then use the method of bardo deliverance by chanting the Buddha's name or mantra to bardo deliver the food that we were about to
密
eat,
教是这样。
and then you eat
所以
it.
我才
That's Tantric Buddhism.
啊，这个
That's why I don't require
你要
ordained
吃素
disciples.
也是很好。
So if you want to eat vegetarian food, that's good, that's wonderful. But if you're not a vegetarian, it's okay too. But you need to make an offering above to the four Sichli realm and below to the six rebirth realms. And then you start to deliver the food you're about to eat.
我们中国密法是教这个。 上供
So True Buddha School, True Buddha Tantric Dharma teaches this. Make the offering above to the four Sichli realms and below to the six rebirth realms.
不管是怎么样的植物，
And then all the food that you're about to eat, whether they're plants or meat products, all bardo delivered.
让他们转世到更好的地方去。
So that they are reborn to a better realm. That's also a kind of compassion.
而且佛曾经也讲过有三净肉。
And the Buddha has also stated about the meat, the three pure meats. Because you can't totally avoid meat products because you live in the Saha world. So you don't see it kill, you don't hear it kill, and you don't have it killed for you.
你没有看到这只牛，它是被谁杀的？没有看到。
So like when the beef,
牛在叫，
You didn't see the cow killed, and you didn't hear it killed, and also you don't have it killed for you yourself.
杀这猪，杀那个牛，杀羊，都是为我。
So, killing the cow, the pig, the lamb or sheep or goat, it's not for you. So if you buy it from the grocery store, that's considered the 3 pure meats. So the Buddha has mentioned that too. 3 kinds of pure meats, meats that you don't see it killed, hear it killed, or killed for you.
如果全地球的人都吃素，
If the whole world eat plant products, then all the cows, pigs, chickens, ducks would be all over the streets, would be more than humans. Like in the New Zealand, they have more sheep than humans. The North Island, it's not bad. They have quite more population, but the southern island, there are more sheep than people there. If nobody kills, then we have chicken, cats, ducks, dogs, all over the place. So this question is rather difficult to answer. But Grandmaster Lu does not specifically require you to eat plant food, plant products, or meat products. You can eat whatever you like, but you have to make the offering and to Bardu deliver it, the food you eat. Like chanting, deliverance mantra of Amitabha. Or you chant the Namo 36,390,500 Buddhas with the same name epithet of Amitabha. To guide all these spirits to be reborn into the Pure Land. So we make offering and Bardu deliverance. So if that's done, that will be fine. So there's no such taboo in Tantric Buddhism. All the Herukas or the Vajra protectors, if they only eat vegetables or plant foods, then they would not be that wrathful. They will not be so ferocious. They would all be like Lian Xi, very skinny and bony. But Lian Xi is also very strong. He has power. Otherwise, they wouldn't have any power or strength. How can they subdue the 4 maras or the demons? They would be eaten up by the demons. So they need to drink wine or alcohol. They need alcohol to circulate the blood all over the body, but you should not get drunk. So we have to make offering of alcohol to them. So there is no limitation at Buddha school. It's fine whether you're vegetarian or not, but you need to Bardu deliver and make offering. You ask me if you should eat meat. Oh, it's up to you.
这个做超度。吃肉
But you have to perform bardo deliverance whether you
供养
eat
每
plant
一餐
products or meat products, and you need to make offering every time you eat.
你没有听过一个
And you make offering of whatever you
一
eat.
口清净水
There's this statement
84000虫
that in a mouthful of water there are 84,000 microbes.
杀众生
If you don't chant mantra for them, it's the same as drinking water, it's the same as killing.
哪里有自
In
来水
ancient
干净
India,
喝啊
there is no clean water from the tap.
喝的是河水
So they drank water from the Ganges River.
释迦牟尼佛时代哪有自来水
There's no running water. In the era of Sakyamuni Buddha, they drank water from the Ganges River.
虽然那个河水是清净的
Although the water of the river is clean, but inside it there are still lots of germs. So you should still chant mantra
84000虫
because a mouthful of water has 84,000 germs or
杀众
microbes.
生
If you don't chant mantra, it's the same as killing
喝一口水
sentient
都要
beings.
持咒
So even just drinking water, a mouthful of water, you should chant mantra.
你这个问呢问得很好
So this is a very good question.
我们是不忌但是一定要供养一定要超度
So
除了
we don't have a prohibition, but you have to make offering and perform bardo deliverance.
我们讲楞严经
Now let's discuss the Surangama Sutra.
这释迦牟尼佛又要解释五音了
So now Sakyamuni Buddha is about to explain the 5 skandhas or
因和
aggregates.
五音本如来藏妙真如性
Ananda,
阿难尊者啊为什么五音
suppose
也是如来藏
why the 5 aggregates is also the Tathagata Garbha
五音就是
and also the wondrous luminous true mind.
形式就是五蕴
So the 5 skandhas are the form, sensations, mental formations, actions, and consciousnesses.
唯一情绪
So Ananda, suppose a person with clear, pure eyes gazes at the bright, clear sky and sees nothing but open
闭
space.
着眼睛
This is an
闭着
example.
眼睛看虚空这个虚空啊
So
非常的明朗
So someone
什么都没有
sees the sky with clear, pure eyes, and it's a clear,
晴空万里
bright sky
唯无所有什么
with
都没有
nothing,
就晴空万里看到
with
了
nothing on it.
这个人呢
And this person
无故就看到了什么都没有
did not see anything, and the
一
eyes
直努力的看着虚空
fixed
一直
it
看到
with strain,
本身
looking at the sky
非常的疲劳
until the eyes
所以
became
虚空
tired.
越见黄华
Then they start
虚空
to see phantom flowers in the sky flying around.
别见黄华他就看到虚空中有很多的花在那边飞舞
So saw many flowers in the sky
有
dancing
一
around
切狂乱飞翔
along with all sorts of
你看了虚空
such phenomena.
但是你眼
You look at the sky, it's clear, bright sky,
疲倦了
but if you keep looking and keep looking until your eyes are strained and tired,
飞
then you start seeing lots of flowers flying around, dancing around in the sky.
当然了，这些花
Of
不是从虚
course,
空中来的，
these flowers do not come
也不
from the
是从你的
sky,
眼睛出去的，
also do not come from your eyes.
也不是从你的眼睛出去的，
So,
阿难，
not from the eyes. So, Ananda,
若空来者，
that's how it
如果
is.
是虚空产生的花呢，它又会回到虚空。
If the flowers came from the sky, then they would return to the sky.
它有来，就有可以进入；
So if they come, then they would
如
go
果有
in.
出来，
If there is coming
又
and going,
回到虚空，那表示这个不是虚空。
that shows that it is not in the sky.
空若非空，自不容其华
If the
相。
sky is not
这个虚空
empty,
啊，本来就不容其
it cannot
现在
accommodate
都是花的。
the arising and ceasing of flower-like appearances.
如阿难体不容阿难，
Just as your body Ananda cannot contain another
不
Ananda,
可能有第二个阿难在你身体里面，你只是一个阿难。
you're just one Ananda. You cannot have another Ananda inside your body.
还是这样子比喻的。
That's the analogy that he gave.
如果这些花
If
从你的眼睛
the flowers came from your eyes,
既然从眼睛所产生的，最后还是要回到你的
then
眼
they
睛里
should
面。
return to the eyes.
因为这些花是从你的眼睛出来的，
Since the flowers arise
你
from
眼
the
睛可以看
eyes,
到花。
then your eyes can see the
为
flowers.
什么它不能够看到你？
But why the flowers cannot see your eyes?
本身来讲就有
They
见
come
性，
out from the eyes. The
眼
eyes
睛是有见性。
have the seeing nature.
像我们来讲，你耳朵有见性吗？没有。
Like for us, do our ears have seeing nature? No, the ears cannot see anything.
你鼻子
And the nose does not have seeing nature because the nose cannot see.
不可能的。
And not for the mouth. How can you see with your mouth? Those are
只有
impossible.
眼睛能够看见。
Only the eyes
它的
can
花也不
see.
是从你眼睛出来的。
But the flowers did not come out from the eyes, because if they come out from the eyes, they should return to the eyes. That's the analogy that he used. Then the flowers should be able to see
因
you,
为你眼睛有见性，花一定从你眼睛出来。
because the eyes have seeing nature. So if the flowers come out from the eyes, the flowers should also have seeing nature. But
阿
no.
难的身体里面不可能有第二个阿难。
So the same with Ananda. Inside Ananda's body, it's impossible to have another Ananda.
当何有见？当然，你这个花应该既然从你眼睛出来，那一定花也能够有见性。
So since the flowers arise from the eyes, so they ought to have seeing nature.
若无见者，出疑。如果你
But if
真正
they
地
can
看
be
到的话
seen,
其实那个不是你眼睛出来
then
的，
once they leave, they should be able to see the eyes themselves. But actually, the flowers that you see are not real
看
flowers.
虚空，一
They
样的看到别的东西。
they
眼睛有病，眼睛如果没
are
有
not
病的
from the eyes. So it's like when your eyes have problems.
这个就叫做清净眼。是故当知啊，
So how
色
can one?
因虚妄，
Those are called the
非自然性。
pure, clear eyes.
我看见什么东西，那是都不是真实的。
So whatever you say, you see, is not real. They are all illusory, and
自然就会
it's
这样
not produced from causes, condition, or nor arise naturally.
他讲这个，
So you should understand that the form skandha is
所以我
false
刚
and
刚
illusory.
我讲了，
So this excerpt. So at the beginning, I have said,
是我的眼睛看到那个纸箱，
was it my eyes who saw that
那
box?
是我眼花，
Or I had blurry eyes that because they disappeared?
师
But
母也看
no.
见了，我们两个一起眼花，
But Simu also saw it. So maybe we have blurry eyes together, but no such thing.
到底是怎么回事？
So what happened
弄不清楚，
with that cardboard box?
不是因缘，
We don't
因
know.
缘所以会看到
There are no causes and conditions why we saw that brown cardboard box,
师母也没有什么因缘，
and no causes and condition for Simu either, and it's not naturally either.
那你是眼睛看到啊，
But your eyes saw it, and Simu also saw it. If it was just me, perhaps my eyes have problem. If it was just Simu, maybe her eyes have problem. But both of us saw it, and both saw it disappearing too.
啊，这里面就是不可思议。
So that's inconceivable.
很多不可思议的事情。
So there are many inconceivable
这
things.
一段意思，释迦牟尼佛讲，你看到所有的东西
So this piece,
是希望，
so everything that you see are actually illusory. They're not real.
一种
They're just aggregates or combinations
所产生，
falsely combined that inherently they are non-existent.
它本来也不是因缘，也不是自然性，
So it was not causes and condition
像看到这个
and or dependent arising, and it's also
这个
not
灯啊，看久了旁边也有一些光啊，
self-arising. So look at this lights or these
当
lamps.
然是灯
At the center, it
这
was
些余光，你看出来，
bright,
旁边也有一点余光吧？
but around it there's also a halo around it, right?
余光是什么回事？
So what's going on there?
对呀、那是你眼睛看出来的，
So that's seen with your eyes.
也是有一些光圈，
There are lights radiated around
根
it,
本就是虚妄的东西，
but those are all false and
会
illusory.
有什么余光的？
There are no
看了就是有余光，你看了
there are no other light, but that's what we
也
saw.
有余光，
So after looking at the lamp, if you look at other places, they are also remaining light image.
哦，你看了那个再看别的，别的地方也有一样。那个
So after looking at it, and then you look at other places, they are also
久了
lights.
它会产生很
Or
出来，哇，灯光万岁，这样子狂妄之下，
so that's why after looking for a long time, there were many
灯光出来
wildflowers of illusory flowers appearing, and they don't come out from the
回到
lamps.
灯光，
If they come from the lamps, it would return to the lamps, but it doesn't come out from the eyes too. If they come out from the eyes, it would return to the eyes.
然后
But seeing this light,
它
these
自然
lights,
就是一种虚妄，不是真实的。
so they are just illusory and false. They are not real.
就是这个样子。
They have no inherent
释迦牟尼佛
reality. So that's this piece spoken by Sakyamuni Buddha.
很多事情都是不可思议的。
Many things are inconceivable. Xiaoming told his mom, "Mom, I'm going out."
这个妈妈问
And mom asks, "You're going out
你
again?
几点回家？去哪里？
When are you coming
跟
home?
谁？
Where are you going? With whom? Why?
那里会有谁？
How to go
你
there?
每天
Who would be
每
there?
天怎么都出门？你把家里
How
当旅
come
馆吗？
you're going out every day? You think this is a
家人
hotel?
重要吗？你把家人
How
当什么？
much? And friends are more important than families. How do you view your families? So it's not easy to leave the house. The mom asked so many questions.
妈妈觉得每次骂完了孩子，
After scolding the child, felt
总觉得应该
regretful
做一个温柔的妈妈。
and felt that she should have been a gentle mom. And every time after scolding the husband, feel regrets. I still feel like, oh, I missed something that I have not scolded.
当妈妈，有一个很知名的教授做乡野调查，
A famous
问一位老
professor
夫妇爱
did
情跟婚姻的区别是什么？
went to the field and asked a
家
farmer,
思所
"What's the
得
difference
很
between
简单呐、
love and
你今天和他睡了，明天还
love
想
and
和他
marriage?"
睡，这个就是爱情。
So it's easy, the farmer said. If you sleep with her today and then tomorrow you want to sleep with her again, that's romance. But if you sleep with her today and you have to sleep with her tomorrow, that's marriage.
这个是很
And
经
the
济的，
professor
可是我
was
研究了大半辈子的，
was very
研
surprised.
究了大半辈子，
That's so amazing. This is something that I have done research for
原来今天
half my life.
明天还想做，
So
是事业。
if
今天做，
you have done it today and tomorrow you still want to do it, that's a career. But if you've done it today and tomorrow you have to do it, then that's work.
一群教授被叫来，坐在飞机上，
A group of professors were
机舱
asked
门关闭了，
and got on the
将
plane,
起飞时，
and the doors been closed and the plane was about to fly,
这架
and
飞
then
机
the
是
professors
他
were
们的
notified
学生制造的。
that the plane was
然后呢，
made
教授
by
冲上
their
飞机的
students.
舱门，
So all the professors were trying to leave the plane in panic, except one.
信心和冷静的坐在座位
And that
上。
professor was still calm and quietly sat on the chair. And someone asked, "How come you don't want to leave the plane?"
他们都是我的学生。
And then the professor said,
你确
"They
定
are my
教得很好
students.
吗？
And are you sure that you taught them well?"
我确信他回不起来。
And the professor replied, "Oh, I am certain that the plane will not take off."
我们来点名后。
非常感谢法王圣尊莲生活佛精彩宝贵的。